A continuación, el himno nacional de Inglaterra.
Aaron? Timo? Can't hear the TMO anyway.
Y ahora el himno nacional argentino.
You hear him? Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Thank you.
All the best, man.
Check the team over. They can't hear him tell them, okay? Are you there at all? Yeah, I can't hear the TMO, tell them. Yeah, I got you. You're very loud, but it doesn't matter. As long as I can hear you, that's the main thing. No worries. Sorry. Yeah, you can try me when you're ready. Hang on, John. You're going to the left or right? Should they behind you, okay?
Nigel Owens of Wales is today's referee, shielding his eyes from this, well, it's southern hemisphere sun, and it blazes down for 330 days of the year in this western province of San Juan. 30 days only of rain. It's arid, it's dry, it's a brilliant playing surface, cropped short for football, ready-made for rugby. Young England against the Pumas of Argentina. George Ford starts, and it's gone loose until Leguizamón clears up for the Pumas. Landajo through their captain Agustín Crevi.
Let him go.
First pause the game until it comes back to Nicolas Sanchez, hovering near the 500-point mark, down to Mike Brown. And here's Nathan Hughes celebrating his 26th birthday today.
No.
Joe Launchbury up in into the Pumas half. Forward, Marland Yarde. It's gone loose. Turnover ball for Argentina, and the first whistle from Nigel Owens. Good afternoon, Andy Robinson.
Good afternoon, Eddie. Good evening, everybody. A great challenge for this England team today, playing against a very fired up and first choice Argentine side. Whilst the England team has an inexperienced look about it, there's a real experience running through the spine of the team, and looking for Hartley, Launchbury, Hughes in the forwards to take a lead, and also to look at Kerr, Ford and Brown in the backs. If they can get on the front foot, they can really get this England team moving, give the young, inexperienced players real energy and enthusiasm to play a free rein.
Right on the halfway line, the first scrimmage of the game. Argentina renowned, of course, for their scrimmage.
Fine. Set. Keep it up, hold it there. Keep it up, good.
England hold firm. Nathan Hughes able to pick up. Can't find Marland Yarde. Nigel Owens has already whistled. Penalty to Argentina.
Nigel Owens penalises Nathan Hughes because he picked the ball up at number 8 through the middle of the scrum. The number 8 has got to wait till the ball gets to his feet before he picks the ball up and plays it. Really good first Argentine scrum there.
Nicolas Sanchez waiting for the kicking tee to come on. We're sort of 2,000 feet up here on the desert plain, on the edge of the Andes as well, and here's the drive, La Bajada they call it, the lowering of the unit, and then the, what were you saying, Andy, they all breathe together.
And they get their timing taken off the scrum half, where they build the pressure, they all breathe at the same time, and then they sink their hips, as you saw there, and then they get that push, all 8 forwards working together.
Sanchez for the first points of the game. Distance not a problem at all. Direction just off. George Ford restarts. That's gone too far. Argentina with all the options. Scrimmage back on the 22.
Disappointing first kick from George Ford. He's gone for a little bit of length, overcooked it. Builds the pressure straight back on England. Interesting to see how England really work this next scrum.
Thomas Lavanini and Matthias Alemano, giants in the Puma second row, and this in front of the posts, 22 metres out.
If it's just below your feet, it's not an issue, but it's
lovely spot for a scrimmage.
Okay, lads. If I say use, goes. If I say use, fall away. Keep the pace. Crouch.
Nigel Owens checks with the forwards. Martin Landajo checks with the backs. And we'll have to go through the rituals again.
Both teams.
England have been working really hard on their props, dominating with their binds. Watch Genge here and Williams work hard with their arms. Try and get on the front foot when the referee calls the bind phase.
Stay with me, let's go. Stay with me. Keep that gap, let's go.
Crouch. Bind.
Sir.
Set.
3, 2, 3, squeeze.
Penalty to England this time.
Get out to there, please.
Good scrum from Genge.
Legs too far
and the
back.
front row.
Height is down.
They've not taken a backward step there. Argentine front row penalised for hinging, lowering the scrum. Their head and shoulders going below the hips. An easy call for Nigel Owens.
George Ford can hit the ball straight out this time. England too will have the throw in. Dylan Hartley. Here's the scrimmage.
Out the way.
They set very low. There's only one place that was going to go to ground.
Launchby beaten to the ball. Argentina with turnover ball, and they go wide. Pablo Matera involved in midfield. Forwards just take it on a little bit. And this is Emiliano Boffelli, the new cap, 6'3" on the wing. Landajo. Penalty. England not releasing.
No release 6.
Penalty
On wrong side.
against Mark Wilson.
Argentina got on the front foot from a turnover from the line out. A couple of very strong carries. As Sanchez puts the ball into the 22.
In the back, okay? England, get on your 22, please.
Everybody's shouting numbers. Argentina slow to come to the line out. Leguizamón stays at scrum half with Ortega Decio. Into the England 22. Gravy sent back to the line. Sanchez, the little dink through. Oh, that's a quite sensational try. And it's the new player. Boffelli scores on his first test.
It's a really smart bit of play from Argentina. They've carried the ball up from their forwards, the back of the line out. The chip from Sanchez, perfect for Boffelli to get in and score.
Yeah, I saw them.
Straight away the forwards, the front five, getting some very good carries,
Yeah,
and they hit back up the short side. Sanchez using his left foot. Perfect score there. Argentina looked to move the ball to the right side first, took Brown away as a sweeper roll, gave the space up the left-hand wing for them to score. And that energises the crowd, gets them right behind them as well.
Not that they were exactly quiet to begin with, but there's no place like Argentina for an atmosphere. And when the Pumas score, up they go. And they'll go again if Sanchez can land this. Argentina lead by 7 points to 0.
England have had a little bit of a nervy start. Set piece hasn't gone as well as it liked. Short of numbers up the short side there. Danny Kerr not playing a sweeper in the line. Sanchez saw the space and kicked behind it. England just need to settle down, get some phases going.
Straight down the field by George Ford. Plenty of height on the ball. Argentina, though, straight onto the offensive. Landajo. That's gone too far. So, I suppose with football fields, there is a chance they may be a bit narrower.
This one looks as if it is a touch narrower than the 70 metres width we're used to at Twickenham.
Hartley throws. This time it works well as Nathan Hughes bursts through into midfield, and just when he seemed he was in the clear, the ball went forward.
Again, England turning the ball over from after one phase. They haven't been able to get those phases together to give them some real confidence on the ball. Good first touch from Lozowski there, passing to Hughes, but Hughes turning the ball over in the contact as it was ripped out of his hands.
Come back a little bit for the space. The leg's strong. Up. Up.
Down. Stay here. Stay here.
Shoulders.
Stay.
Crouch.
Stay, Genji. Sir.
Bind. Set.
More trouble at the scrummage.
Reset, brothers. Reset. Let's go, tempo. Let's go, Genji.
We control and we take the pressure as well. Sure. Okay.
Reset, boys, reset. I think it's in.
Eddie Jones, the England coach, standing, watching, thoughtful, things to ponder in these early moments.
Bind. Set. Keep it up, keep it up.
Argentina go for the drive on their own put-in. Very solid Sanchez. Here's Orlando. High tackle. Crowd thought so.
Okay.
Penalty advantage to Argentina. The drive up by Lavanini. The attempted kick, they knew there was an advantage, and it's taken quickly. Ooh. Not a good place for Martin Landajo to slip in front of Nathan Hughes.
Nathan Hughes makes his first mark in the game. Fantastic tackle on Landajo. Really good play by Argentina there. They moved the ball wide from the scrum inside their own 22, earns a penalty, meant they've been able to control possession. Slade is going over the top with his tackle. His arm slides up and takes the neck.
Matias Orlando with the head bandage on in the Puma centre. Down it comes from Alemano. Little confusion. Sanchez clears up the scrappiness. Leguizamon.
Move away now, tackle, move. Stay there. Careful. That's fine.
The warning from Nigel Owens to the tackler. Take care if you pick a man up. Have to be extremely careful how he comes down.
Release, Blue.
Argentina still in control but going nowhere, so Sanchez goes high. Mike Brown couldn't make it, and away comes Argentina. Good tackle by Marland Yarde. Landajo changes direction. Matias Orlando takes it on. Gravy, the captain.
Release, Blue. No.
De La Fuente going nowhere.
Lost now.
That's loose.
Play on.
And
Leave
Tom Curry
seizes
the loose ball. England with turnover ball, a chance to come wide. Williams, his pass intercepted by Moroni.
Not held, play, not held.
The winger not held, he can pick himself up and go again. Argentina through their front row.
Rack is formed. Lost.
Argentina probing to the side, but it's still slow for them. Orlando.
Advantage knock on, advantage England. Let it go, Argentina.
England have another advantage, turnover advantage. Lazowski. Johnny May plays scrum half. Joe Launchbury, the second row. Danny Caird looks up. Who's there? Ellis Genge is right by him. He's going to kick. Sanchez
Didn't touch it, play on.
came out of the sun, and it requires Joaquin Tucolet
Let it go, Blue.
to restore order.
Hughes.
Scrum
Come
half.
back, one.
Landajo.
Number one, you run in front to the last foot, you try to block. Number one, Blue.
Penalty against
Number one, white, sorry.
Lucas Nogueira.
A technical penalty given away
Knock him in after.
by Nogueira
in front.
at the ruck. Stood in front of the kicker, not banged.
You want to get out you got blood running there, go and have it sorted.
Just acting as a block to stop the charge down. Because the kicking game is so important now, particularly from the base of the scrum and the rucks.
Okay, I'll keep an eye, I didn't see it.
Genge getting his first tackle in. What's been impressive by the England defence.
Here comes the Argentine prop.
You just see that he just moved across
We're in
and
the
blocked.
ruck, like you were last
Just a
time.
technical
Backwards is a problem.
penalty.
Make sure you
That's
don't
very
join
technical,
after the
isn't it?
ball, okay?
It is, but it's trying to stop people getting in front of the ball and blocking, and that's why it's being
Make sure you
used.
don't join after the ruck
What's
is
been
formed in
impressive
front.
by England in the tackle contest is they've been working hard to go forward, which has given the Argentine attacking game slow ball, which meant that England have been able to control those attacks.
George Ford for England's first points. Very well struck. 7 points to 3.
Great start for George Ford. That's exactly what we're looking for from him to become a great player, to make those kicks.
Well, it's there before, but we have to. Yes. Well, I tell your coaches yesterday about it, so. The law's always been there. Good man, thank you.
Sanchez deep into the corner.
Stay blue.
The angle improved for George Ford. England happy to get the ball off the field.
Yeah, don't start to chase until it is out as well.
Agustin Crevi, the captain, prepares.
Stay where you are, England, stay where you are. Hookers in the middle, fine.
England steal one back, or do they? No, reclaimed by Crevi. And then the flick off the floor. And through come Argentina.
Turnover before the tackle, play.
Beautifully stripped Dylan Hartley, the England hooker and captain. So the hookers very much involved.
Super tackle from Genge as he was tagged by Lavanini. Harry Williams working hard in the tackle contest as well to get Creevy to the floor.
Change of tactic. It was going well until Argentina knocked it on and Ellis Genge involved again.
Hughes.
It's still an advantage to England. Danny Kerr has to be quick about it. Hartley says,
No advantage, boys.
No advantage, thank you, ref. Let's go back for the scrum.
What we're seeing early on in the game is what Argentina have learned from playing the Southern Hemisphere sides. A couple of trick plays early on at the line out, things that they've learned from playing against New Zealand and Australia, which is just breaking up the game. Unfortunately for them, they knocked the ball
a
on.
bit more gap then, cause, okay? But last scrum was good, so same again, please, okay? Just keep the space, please. Shoulder's good. Okay, then you stay there, don't swap after, okay? Crouch. Bind. Set. Keep it up, lads.
And again, down it goes.
Both front rows battling for the inches on the bind, which is creating a problem.
The problem is with you two, nobody else. Get the scrummage better, please. Get the height good, the leg strong. Bind up, hit up. I've told you what needs to be done, there's no need to ask anything further. Get the height up and hit up. Just get your legs strong. Both at fault the last scrum.
Hey, let's go, full eight! Nothing early.
Ellis Genge and
Crouch.
Enrique Pierretto, singled out by Nigel Owens.
Set. Keep it up, lads.
Away comes Nathan Hughes, tries to free Marland Yarde.
No advantage, lads.
We go back for the penalty.
Number one, his leg was very bad. Straight down. No advantage.
Nogueira penalised.
Number three.
Charlie, we're putting material out in the back.
This is a great opportunity now. George Ford gets some territory for England. Haven't had a lot of territory. Put some phases together from a line-out play.
First quarter over. We've had the one try, but it's been very cagey. Apart from the very well-worked try by Argentina. A lot of reset scrimmages. Turnover ball, line-outs not fully efficient. Tom Curry wins the ball. Lozowski to Nathan Hughes, who does get England onto the front foot. Joe Launchbury, well tackled by Leggy Samon, but England still in possession. Ortega Desio led the charge, and England held up for the moment. Curry stopped. Forward options on either side. Launchbury again.
Another fair on his feet first of
Argentina had turned England over, and Martin Landajo had to go back for it. It's a good kick though. Johnny May has to go back. Marland Yarde with him, and the two wingers work well together. Yarde tackled by De La Fuente.
Play on.
Kerr.
No defence there.
Mike Brown.
Release.
Tom Curry. Forward. Very well read by Nicolas Sanchez.
Backwards.
Went backwards.
Backwards.
Again, end-to-end rugby being played. Really good counter-attack and work with May and Yarde. Yarde working really hard off the ball to get behind the ball and counter-attack back.
This is Joe Launchbury, one of the most experienced. First to arrive, Tom Curry, who he won't be 19 for 5 days.
Numbers! 2 minutes!
Another stolen line out. Argentina in possession again. Leggy Samon. Good use of the ball. Orlando to collect the fullback. Oh, just couldn't find Boffelli, otherwise the new winger might have been in for a second try.
Great play by Argentina from the turnover. Going wide, attacking in the outside channels. Tuchel working really hard, looks for the offload. Takes his eye off the ball as he goes to catch it, seeing Mike Brown in his eye line. But really good play by Argentina. And we're back to another scrum, Eddie.
Yeah. Joe Launchbury and Charlie Ewells in the England second row. A little bit of relief from this desert sun. A scrummage in the shadows.
Set.
Nathan Hughes picks up. Is well tackled by Pablo Matera. Hughes again though. And he's found Mark Wilson. That's a good drive by the Newcastle wing forward. Johnny May acting scrum half. George Ford. Launchbury. Good offloading by England. Lozowski. Mike Brown. Up to the 22.
Let it go.
England's best passage. Launchbury again. Very involved as a ball carrier. Johnny May.
Release.
Wilson again.
No.
Mike Brown. Marland Yarde. Launchbury. Tackled by second row Lavanini. Ford. England still in control. Alex Lozowski. Cheers go up for the Pumas tackles. Dylan Hartley.
Timing perfect.
Timing perfect, says the referee. And England do get the penalty this time. The timing not perfect on the second occasion.
Once you were on the floor, you had to let it go. It took too long, ball was on this side.
Matias Moroni penalised.
But some very strong carries through the heart of the Argentine defence. You see perfect timing there to make the turnover, but when he was on the floor, he played the ball. When he's on the floor, he's got to release it. Smart play from Nathan Hughes as well after the carry from the scrum. England's play started from their own 22. Hughes carried from the scrum powerfully, let go of the ball, they like to pick it up again, and got in the heart of the Argentine defence, which enabled England to get to the
10, please.
Argentine 22.
10 metres.
England just starting to get their power runners carrying hard, allowing George Ford to be on the front foot.
George Ford doesn't take any time. England within 1 point of Argentina. 2 penalties against the converted try, 7-6.
We really need to see those power runners coming in, because Ford on the front foot is fantastic attacking option for England. His passing is exceptional.
England have to split their forwards to receive the kickoff, because Argentina have done exactly the same with their chasers. Sanchez. Henry Slade.
Initially in the last scrum, you buy the blow. Then you got it up, so keep it up, okay?
We're back on the sunny side of the pitch.
I'm watching front and right, Danny.
You need to hook in the middle. But he's moving because you're closing.
What's that like in the window in the night?
Close again.
Low and flat towards Ortega Decio, who wins it. Alemano, the second row. Leguizamon, good hands. Cravey, the hooker. Oops, careful with the tackle. Nigel Owens had a good look at it. Play on. Lavanini. Bit of a single runner and found himself isolated. Penalty to England. England's dominating these physical exchanges.
The tackle contest, England are completely dominating that area. Good low tackles coming in, allowing Mark Wilson, who is the top turnover, top tackler in the Premiership this year, to go to play his trade. Very strong over the ball.
George Ford puts England down. Here comes, there's a good pass by Leguizamon.
Argentina spotted that England are weak up the short side and are attacking that area against them.
Hartley throws, safely secured this time. Charlie Ewells buries himself back in the heart of the maul. Lozowski and Slade. Play on, it's turnover ball for Sanchez. The one-handed take, Matera. This is Orlando. Back to Landajo. Sanchez gets away from Danny Kerr. Cravey. The cutback by Landajo. Tackled by Ford. Orlando picks up. Back to Cravey. Alemano, the second row, gave the pass and he buries himself. Ellis Genge comes away with the ball. Turnover. We've had plenty of these in this first half. Harry Williams, good pass by him. Lozowski, Danny Kerr. Oh, that is an outstanding tackle by Argentina, but England still in possession. Johnny May just couldn't get the pass away until he did find Kerr. George Ford to Marland Yarde. Winger against prop, and the winger is the clear winner.
What a score. It's absolute chaos on the rugby field at the moment. Complete chaos. As Eddie Jones has practiced since he's come into the England team, being able to play with chaos and showing it there with superb attacking play from the turnover. The ball spills out, well won by Ellis Genge. A brilliant line by Lazowski. He ran beautifully, straightening up, giving the ball to Kerr. And we see Ford again. Beautiful pass off his left hand. Marland Yarde up against Pietro. Beats him hands down and scores in the corner. What a fantastic bit of play.
On the distant touchline, George Ford prepares and everybody takes a breather. England, for the first time, have taken the lead. And George Ford has stretched their lead with a beautiful kick from the touchline.
Those are important moments, to add that extra 2 points from the touchline. Well played, George Ford. Yeah, we're watching this as he gets off his left hand. Superb pass. And Yarde showing the finishing skills. He's renowned for Harlequins.
Stay, Sam. Okay, you're on.
Henry Slate puts it a long way down.
Back, Argentina.
And it comes back to Johnny May, who claims the mark inside his 22.
Johnny May's taking a timeout. He's asking everybody to slow down. I think it's been so chaotic. He just wants to put a little bit of structure into the game.
George Ford from Johnny May's pass. So Argentina started well, scored their try, but England have not just clawed their way back in. They did that with their 2 penalties, and then they cut loose. Fabulous try by Marland Yarde. Another line out is turned over. Prop Piretto comes away with it. Hooker Kraby joins in. Number 8, Leggy Samon. Matera picks up.
Lost now.
Lavanini.
Release 2.
Sanchez. Oh, De La Fuente confronted by Nathan Hughes.
Leave it, Sam. Stay there.
Whoops. Moroni. Did that go forward? It's gone backwards, but the little winger is on his own for the moment. Forwards did well to get back and help out.
Hughes, stay behind the height of foot.
Boffelli, the winger.
Stay blue.
High towards Mike Brown. Clubmate from Harlequins, Marland Yarde, is with him. Yarde arrives, leaves it for another Harlequin, Danny Kerr. Ford. Oops, Ellis Genge couldn't resist. And it's come loose. De La Fuente, long. Boffelli, was that deliberate? It is a penalty so far, still a chance for Argentina. 2-on-1, Boffelli for a second try, not held. Yarde has to make the tackle. 4 meters out. Argentina arrive in strength. Landajo took it on himself. Pieretto, the prop, over the ball. Lavanini with the brown cap. Picks up and feeds Cravey. Cravey held by Mark Wilson. Ellis Genge counteracts, does well. Lavanini, can he stretch one of those long arms? Penalty advantage being played. Nigel Owens, big blast.
Top try from Lavanini, really low body height, pumped his legs to get himself over, helped by Alamano, picking up and driving him over the line.
Try for Thomas Lavanini.
With the body height to here where he's carrying, getting underneath Hartley, staying up, fighting to stay up, using his hand and gets himself over the line, supported by his second row mate Alamano. See it again, he works really hard not to go to ground and gets driven over. Aguero helping him as well. Where did the try come from? It came from another turnover. Yeah, this game is so chaotic. Enjoyable to watch though.
It is. It took a while, but it has truly come to life. Just over 2 minutes to go before half-time. Nicolas Sanchez to put Argentina back in the lead. He does, and he is just 2 points short of 500 for his country. Argentina lead, 14 points to 13. Great strength by the second row, body angle, good. Leggy Samon. Henry Slade with the follow-up tackle. Matera has lost it. Another turnover. Hartley to Kerr. Ford. Slade. Long to Yarde. A bit too long. We can have a breather.
Mark Wilson winning it. His third turnover of the game. Slightly disappointed that from Henry Slade. England weren't going forward and he forces a long pass which goes into touch. Neither side can get control of the game because they can't look after the ball. There's so many turnovers.
It's a cracking stadium. They're very steep, these stands. They're a bit steeper than they look there. Nobody is far from the action. Up goes Garcia Decio. Sorry, Ortega Decio. A little bit of movement to the maul. And now some very rapid movement. Landajo comes away with it, puts it behind Marland Yarde. Argentina pour forward. Yarde does very well to come away with the ball. Kerr. There was space there. Sanchez from Tukulet. Yarde involved again. The ball is chasing him all around this field. Mike Brown, there is space over there, but Brown has sliced it. Will we have time for the line out? Looks as if we will. The half that keeps on giving. The hooter went. Nigel Owens checked that the ball had gone out before it had. On we go. Cravey to throw. Lavanini, the try scorer, down to Leggy Samon. Lavanini does a bit of hammering away. Has to be careful. Mark Wilson, the object, but it's a good drive by Argentina. They have a penalty. Matera takes it to ground. Penalty has been given. Tom Curry penalised.
The Argentine forwards just taking control of the game. The second very good ball from them.
Gravy, the captain, indicates he is going for goal. And if he lands it, Nicolas Sanchez will go past 500, and only 2 other Argentina players have done that.
Hugo Porter, we won.
He is the one in second place, and ahead of him,
Good question.
Leinster. Think Leinster.
Oh, Mr. Contepomi.
Dr. Felipe Contepomi.
What a fantastic man, a great family from Buenos Aires.
Beautifully curled in by Nicolas Sanchez. A little bonus for Argentina at the end of the first half. It means they head for the changing rooms with a 4-point lead. At half-time, Argentina 17, England 13.
Should they behind you, okay?
England face the kickoff of Nicolas Sanchez.
You good to go?
Shadows stretching across the stadium here in San Juan, but it's still warm down there. Henry Slade, his first touch.
What a very good kick from Henry Slade. Gets the ball to the 10-metre line. England can now get their press defence going from the line out.
Argentina cut the numbers. Scurry round, it's overthrown, and Ellis Genge gets a boot to it and then gets his hands on it. Lavanini brought him down with what looked like quite a high challenge. Still on we. Charlie Ewell's driving it up. Mark Wilson again involved. Kerr.
Back blue.
It's come away, but offside. Oh.
Another technical infringement by Argentina at the ruck.
Matthias
Even if
Moroni.
there's no ruck, it's a tackle, so you can't go in, okay?
So we see here, as the tackle is made, the ball is placed. There's got to be a metre given around the tackle area, so he's not allowed to go and play the ball.
George Ford has indicated he's going for goal.
Yes, I pointed. Pay attention.
Good work from England. Slade, really good kick. Pressure at the line out. Turns the ball over. Get on the front foot. Get the territory. Win a penalty. This will settle England down if George can kick this.
Here we have the kicker, George Ford. Interesting, the 2 officials standing behind the posts, at whom George Ford will be sending the balls. Quite rare that Egon Seconds of South Africa and John Lacey of Ireland, both former players, at a very high level.
It's great to see them coming into the game. Actually, I heard Nigel Owens through the game say, "Are you enjoying it?"
Healthy thump from George Ford. Up go the former players' flags, and England are back to win within 1 point.
That's a great kick and a really good settler.
Yeah. The tackle, you can't go in.
He's been challenged for his goal kicking, and George Ford is delivering currently.
Left again.
Sanchez has split his forwards, and off they go. De La Fuente and Boffelli lead the charge. It's De La Fuente, but he can't stop Henry Slade putting Marland Yarde into space. Yarde. Strength of Marland Yarde there. Took 3 tacklers in the end to stop him. Genge to Kerr to Ford to Launchbury. Good hands, Tom Curry, and then Mark Wilson. It's brilliant by England. Nathan Hughes, the birthday boy. Forward again. Captain Dylan Hartley. Genge, the prop. Johnny May off his wing. Genge again. Kerr. Did he want to switch direction there? Harry Williams joins in. Everybody involved. Hartley again. Oops. For the first time, England going in the wrong direction, and Argentina win the penalty. And off we go. Moroni. It's a good kick, but just for a moment it seemed that Argentina might go the length themselves.
Bounced in field.
England playing with real quick ball, the pace of the game. When they get the pace of the game at a very high level, they're unstoppable with the attacks they had. Great scramble defence from Argentina. They managed to slow down a couple of balls close to their line, which stopped the England momentum. Hartley eventually carrying out by himself, gets turned over in the tackle contest.
Well, the game gathered pace throughout the first half. It started off even faster in the second. Away comes Nathan Hughes, shrugs off one and two tacklers.
Hughes.
Williams.
Careful.
Genge. How busy are the props out there? Cravey got his hands in the way. And it means that George Ford sends it high towards Moroni. Landajo was back there to help out, but it's slightly untidy by Argentina. Advantage England. They have the putin at the scrum.
Great tactic from England, kicking into the sun. Really put pressure on the catch by Moroni. Very hard to catch that ball coming out of the sun.
I want to see the play.
With May chasing it down.
Hit up, bind up. Seconds. Let's go. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it there.
Another scrum goes down. Nigel Owens says, let's use it quickly and we'll be all right, as Johnny May comes into the line and keeps going an extra couple of yards. Launchbury. Charlie Ewell's right with him. Mark Wilson. Held up by Matera. Wilson delivers though. The other wing forward, Tom Curry. Brilliant by Henry Slade, and the little dink forward for Johnny May to chase, and May gets there first.
Outstanding footballing skills from Henry Slade, and that's why he's picked at 13 to do exactly that. Incredible hits coming in from the Argentine defenders, but brilliant skills from May. Superb from Slade, showing the ball and then having the foresight to kick it through as well. Well played, Henry Slade. He started the second half really well.
The weight of the kick, perfect.
Had to have the foresight to do that. You know, he had the line at his mercy to carry himself. Unselfish play from him.
The English fans in the crowd, they form a small part of this crowd, but they got plenty to cheer at the moment. George Ford again from wide out. Argentina have already made a change on. Has come Guido Petti. He'll go into the second row. It looks as if Lavanini's coming off. That's another brilliant kick by George Ford. 5 out of 5. England back in the lead.
Already in this first half, sorry, in the second half, you've seen England lift the pace. The first half, they're a little bit slow in the way that they played with the speed of ball they got. They've been exceptionally quick phases in this second half, which is why they've scored the points that they have.
More changes. The captain himself of Argentina has gone. Agustin Gravy replaced by Julian Montoya. Leguizamón waits. Tackled by Henry Slade. This is Ortega Decio. Matera. Taken on by Noguera. Boffelli. Very quick hands, and it comes to Leguizamón. Excellent use of the short side, but just tapped forward.
Argentina working really hard to attack the short sides. They've been concerned about turning over too many balls. And a big moment as Solomona comes onto the field for Marland Yarde. Marland Yarde played really well in that 50 minutes of play. But Solomona comes on. It's going to be interesting to see how he performs.
Denny Solomona, brought up in New Zealand, came to play league in Castleford and then retired to re-emerge in rugby union with Sale.
It was not forward. Scrum down to be your ball. Okay? Our mistake. Call it forward pass, but it wasn't forward. I'm going to go with my first call. Scrum down.
So there was no forward pass, so Argentina will have the...
I'm going to go with my initial call, which was play on. Okay, after speaking with AR, I am going to my decision that it was not forward. Our mistake, scrum, Argentina ball. Apologies.
And that's why he's the best referee in the world. To be able to handle it in that way, tremendous. All the players respect him for that. He's made an error. They've corrected it. Well done.
Crouch. Bind.
Julian Montoya, the new Argentina hooker, striking this put-in from Landajo. Leguizamón picks up and feeds. Landajo, and Landajo finds space, gets away from Tom Curry. De La Fuente in support. De La Fuente scores! Oh, what a game this is in San Juan.
What a disappointing first instance for Solomona. He falls over as he goes to make the tackle, which allows Landaccio to go through the space. Watch him just slip over here. He was expecting the pass. But great support work coming through.
Sorry.
Well, it looks as if we're going to have another change of the lead. England snatched it back. Well, not so much snatched as created a pathway back into this game. Argentina have responded. Nicolas Sanchez adds the conversion, and Argentina now lead by 24 points to 23.
See, Landaccio gets the handoff away on Tom Curry. Really good support work.
He's going left, George.
.52 minutes played. We've got just under half an hour to go. Leguizamón waits. Headed for the blind side, but it was well covered. Argentina happy to play from relief. from deep through Alemano. And here's the other centre, Orlando, and outside him, Boffelli. Boffelli feeds Tuculet, and Argentina's lead grows. Brilliant try, absolutely brilliant.
What great rugby. Positive rugby being rewarded. Argentina attacking inside their own 22, moving the ball beautifully through the hands, some really good running lines, straightening up the line to get into the England line, and then some really good support lines, great offload. Solomona misses the second tackle. Superb pass. Again, look at the way they straighten the line up, carrying the ball in two hands, and superb support work. End-to-end rugby. Some really crisp passing, and this is what Argentina have developed playing against the Southern Hemisphere sides, playing in the Rugby Championship. They've learned to pass and support, and there's some real pace about the way they play.
I swear there is no crowd like it. And up they go again.
And it is very different to swing low, isn't it? Oh, the Argentine support is fantastic. There's just one, they're celebrating great rugby.
Start to work their bench. Ellis Genge goes off. Alex Lozowski goes off. Piers Francis, fresh from New Zealand, is on the field. Landajo, Argentina though, are flying at the moment. England have to score twice to take the lead back. Even Joe Launchbury, who's been mighty in this game, gives a little bit of ground. Francis immediately involved. Solomona has to wait for his first touch. A little dink from Landajo. Boffelli chases, and Boffelli wins. Taken on by Nogueira. And the hefty forwards pile in there, and it's back on Argentina's side. Leguizamón takes it on. Guido Petti over the ball. As is the new front row forward, Montoya. Tom Curry over the ball. But it's still with the blue and white shirts. Argentina down to 14 for a moment. Behind this ruck there is an injury. I think it's winger Boffelli who's down. He's back up. Still Argentina. Sanchez, is he in position for the drop goal? Pushes it to the right. Mike Brown checks where the nearest pursuer is.
The England front five are having to work really hard, and it's the back row, the English back row, that are keeping England in the game at the moment. Some very good tackles and work over the ball, which slowed the Argentine momentum there. But we're seeing Argentina playing their very best, getting their forwards carrying hard through the England line and putting them on the front foot, and their backs are exceptional handling skills.
High, out of the sun it comes. Moroni, good strength by the winger. Landajo has had a very good game. Landajo has distributed intelligently. Sanchez Haven't seen much of this in the second half. Mike Brent chested and knocks on. Back on Argentina's side, and Argentina have the put-in.
Yeah, change of tactics from Argentina, going the aerial route. They've done it twice now, and both times have got the ball back. Useful tactic for them to use.
Juan Manuel Leguizamón goes off, and on comes Leonardo Senatore, highly experienced. England have very little experience on their bench. They got talent, but little experience. Senatore brings.
Two new props on, yes?
44 caps onto the field.
Same with you, please.
It's an exciting time for the England bench. They're waiting to come on, waiting to hear from Eddie Jones that he wants them to join the fray. They'll be buzzing.
When I say England have got no experience on the bench, they have no experience, as in no caps by 7 of their 8 replacements. Matt Mullen, with 15 caps, is the only one who's played Test rugby.
Crouch. Bind. Time out.
We're back to those long distant days of the first quarter when this was a problem.
Space, okay? Both sides, we have to have the space. Get the space, please. Get your seconds to keep the pressure off you.
Seconds. Segunda. Boys, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay.
Crouch.
Stay. Stay.
Bind. Set. Good. Keep it up. Keep it up. Good. Keep it up. Good.
Good Argentina scrummage. Oh, Landajo knocked on. Oh.
Lost on, back to the scrum.
Senatore says to him, oh, that was on, wasn't it?
And Dasher's eyes lit up. He saw the space there. It was actually covered by Mark Wilson. He was alive to it.
Good, same again.
You see there, he just picks it up, just hits Senatore's knee. But Argentina just starting to dominate the collisions, dominate the scrums, getting on the front foot.
Middle, okay? If I say use it, goes, right? Crouch.
Same position, different put-in. Danny Kerr to feed.
Set.
Argentina exert pressure, huge pressure. This is the first time it's happened. Rampaging scrum by the Pumas, and they've won the penalty. Oh, I can't tell you how much that hurts if you're wearing dark blue now.
Under real pressure. Yeah, England have done really well in the scrums, but being put backwards as that power comes through. All 8 forwards working together, staying square. England actually got the ball out of the scrum, but unfortunately Nathan Hughes was penalised for holding on.
Party time at the Stadium San Juan del Bicentenario. They don't do silence when it comes to place kicks. Sanchez misses.
Number 11.
The gap stays at 8 points.
Number 11. Is he off?
Emiliano Boffelli goes off, and on comes Ramiro Moyano for Argentina. The tall winger scored on his debut.
Come on.
George Ford sends it long. Senatore catches, takes the hit of 3 players and gets back up,
Released from the tackle.
but he was held. Penalty to England.
Never released from the tackle. Time out, what? What number?
Informa Argentina Rugby. Cambio en los Pumas.
change first on the England side. Will Collier comes on into the front row. And a change at outside half. El Mago, the magician himself, comes on. Juan Martín Hernandez.
As we see Hernandez come on, Sanchez coming off, but what a really good performance from Harry Williams. He should be really pleased with that debut he's had. Some outstanding tackles made, very good carries. He's done a lot of unseen work. Well done, Harry Williams, just tiring a little bit at the end, and the right choice to bring Will Collier on now, who's been scrummaging very well for Harlequins this year.
England have to score twice to get into the lead. George Ford is quite happy to have a long shot at goal with this penalty. It is a long one too. Beautiful by George Ford. He has been immaculate with his place kicking, and they've all been difficult. Long kicks, kicks from the touchline, and he's keeping England very much in this game.
That kick has also silenced the crowd, puts England within one score. England have been under real pressure in that last 10 minutes. Argentina couldn't convert it with Sanchez, and that 3 points will really lift England.
Hernandez towards Mike Brown.
Inside.
Montoya with the tackle. This is Charlie Ewells.
Reload, Blue. Good.
George
Stay
Ford.
Blue.
Not the longest, but there are now shadows right across the field. That's Ramiro Mojano, the new winger for Argentina. He may be busy any moment soon as the replacement hooker, Montoya, prepares to throw. Petty wins. Gets it down to Ortega Decio.
Line it over.
Hooker Montoya has the ball. On comes the drive.
Don't break goodbye. Stay with you, no problem.
Landajo comes away with a short pass, and it's come loose, and Ford is away. Good support, Henry Slade back to George Ford. Ford has the pace to go all the way. Oh, England strike back.
Brilliant first touch from Piers Francis to get the offload. Support work, as we see here. Landajo goes for a long pass and gets dropped by De La Fuente. Francis with the vision to get the offload, and Ford powers away to score in the corner. The game has turned through a couple of Argentine mistakes, and England now can go into the lead with this kick from Ford. Got to go back to the maul. Really good work by Charlie Ewells in that maul to stop it going forward. Argentina trying to get on the front foot from the maul, but very good work from Ewells and his teammates to stop Argentina getting on the front foot.
About here you are.
George Ford just trying to pinch himself. A couple of feet of advantage there. The way he's kicking it really doesn't matter. So, George Ford adds a try to his 2 conversions and his 4 penalties. This to put England back into the lead. He's missed one but sort of gives it a certain poetic justice here. It's such a pulsating game. Both sides playing so well. We are all square. 31 all.
As he was ready to score that try, should have gone under the post, shouldn't he, to give himself a chance. He put the ball down there.
Hernandez for the forwards to chase. Has that gone too long? A mistake by Juan Martin Hernandez. England with all the options. Looks as if they're going for the scrummage on halfway.
Hernandez's first touch, and he puts pressure on himself and his teammates. Can England launch a really good attack from this scrum? Will Collier's first scrum in international rugby.
Good last scrum, same this one, please. Yeah. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it there, hold.
What's left?
Keep it up, keep it good.
In the Argentinian legs? Not as much as Nathan Hughes comes away with it. Henry Slade, Mike Brown, Johnny May outside him. May goes in for some clearing out. Back it comes to Tom Curry. Forward.
Really unlucky. Curry running into the space. Ball just overrunning Danny Kerr.
Landafo is down injured. Gonzalo Betranu is coming on anyway. Change at scrum half for Argentina. 12 minutes to go. Anything could happen in this game, and anything could be reversed again. 12 minutes to go.
I think 31 all is exactly right score for what we've seen so far. But really looking forward to this next 12 minutes. As England use their bench, the young, inexperienced players coming on.
Martin Landafo comes off. Not without a limp.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold. Keep it up.
There's a lot of shouting, but it's not moving an inch. Argentina get it away eventually. Hernandez gets the pass away. Orlando straightens it if he can. He couldn't quite, and England scrambled back. Bertranu, Senatore, thumped down. Oh, Petty did well to hang on to that pass, which came firing at him. It's there for Bertranu. This is Matera. It's another pass, very well taken. Argentina on the march again. Matera. Play on, says the referee. Noguera hit down by England's defence. And England they have worked the turnover. Dare they come from here? They do. George Ford. Johnny May for himself to chase. And the touchline wins. The bounce of the ball beats them.
Two amazing tackles by Tom Curry. Had to scrummage so hard, and the work he's had to do to get back to the 22. He has made two fantastic tackles to save England from conceding and winning the turnover. Curry's now getting treatment.
Garcia Bota, that's Matthias Moroni. He's okay. Argentina have made a last change. in their front row. Well, Piers Francis seems ready-made for this level.
What a very balanced player, playing with the Auckland Blues.
Penalty against England for the deliberate knockdown.
The maul was formed, then the collapse happened afterwards, not immediately.
England just getting their timing wrong when they tried to collapse that maul.
Just watching Leonardo Senatore at 33. You start to feel it.
England.
Great pace of the game.
Another change for England. And Don Armand of the Exeter Chiefs comes on, and it is the 18-year-old Tom Curry who is going off.
What an outstanding performance from Tom Curry. Some incredible work in his defensive tackle, the tackle contest.
Just while you're talking, Andy, I was just looking at the kick by Hernandez. I mean, he was tight against the touchline, and he's made 40 metres. It was a sensational kick. Simple, but brilliant.
Hernandez will do some brilliant moments, but also he'll make some crucial errors as well.
Petty
is over, yes.
wins the line out.
Once. Stay there, Manny. Keep fighting, Manny. 5 away. Out you go.
Charlie Ewell's ordered out of the maul by Nigel Owens. Argentina advance into the 22. On comes the power of the Pumas. Bertranou waits, takes a step back.
Stop this we use. 2 away.
Here it comes for Bertranou. De La Fuente takes it on. Chance here for Argentina to go wide. Orlando. Was there a high tackle by Henry Slade? Play on. Oh, it nearly opened up for Garcia Botta.
Advantage.
England have a penalty advantage.
Number 6 is on his feet. One hand and played the ball on his feet, always.
Mark Wilson singled out by the referee and his fellow players.
There's no advantage.
George Ford, and that is another excellent kick from the penalty. From a dangerous situation up into the Argentina half of the field.
Eddie, I'd like to say that the next score potentially will win the game. However, who knows what's happening in this fantastic game of rugby.
31 apiece, 7 minutes to go. No, they are breathing hard. Mark Wilson, he's had a fabulous game.
Brilliant game.
Charlie Ewells wins. Oh, Nathan Hughes comes on at pace. And here is Wilson. Ford, Brown, into the Pumas 22. Ford again, spraying it wide, Don Armand. First carry for the Exeter Chief. Ford stays on his feet, finds the captain. Hartley's lost it. Argentina can break out. It's just a question of getting the passing right. Ramiro Mojano, not held. Play on, support from Bertranou, and it's been lost again. Danny Kerr puts it out of play. Advantage over. Will restart with a line out. Oh, this game.
An error from Dylan Hartley as he turns the ball over, carrying one-handed, and Hernandez saw the line, but he didn't want to go for it. Gives the pass. Really good scramble defence coming back. George Ford working hard. Really good by Johnny May, forcing the turnover. Charlie Ewells making that tackle.
Joe, space, please.
Argentina start again. Not quite powering into midfield, but sort of running on one leg into midfield. The prop still with energy. Here's the change of direction. De La Fuente, he still has energy to dance. It's there for Bertranu. Tukulet releases the ball. Was that high by Nathan Hughes? Play on. Petty. Hernandez. Alemano, the second row. Brilliant pass by Orlando. De La Fuente. They move into the far corner. Danger for England. Matera. Tukulet. The replacement hooker. Montoya. The drive comes on in front of the England posts. Replacement, Tetas Chaparro. 2 meters to go. Huge pressure at the end of an absorbing, exhilarating game. Argentina pressing for the try that surely would win the game. Penalty advantage England. A hand straight into the ruck. They go for the try. Hernandez waits. The drop goal. Up goes Nigel Owens' hand. Argentina take the lead.
England still have time to fight back, but what a really good attack from Argentina. Some really good passing from Hernandez. And the mercurial man slots over the drop goal. Looked easy for him.
Calmness itself. Look at this. Didn't try and do anything other than stroke the ball.
It's interesting he went for the drop goal though, Eddie, because Argentina had advantage. They could have kept going for another few phases and potentially scored 7 points.
Eating up seconds.
Eating up the time clock as well. England have got the time now to strike back. If they can win this kickoff, who knows what can happen.
Martin Landajo wanted to come back on the field.
I have officials on the side to take care of that, okay? Just you leave it to them, okay? Thank you.
Piers Francis involved in keeping it 15 all, as in 15 on each side. It is Argentina 34, England 31.
Should they behind?
3 minutes to go. Argentina in possession. Hernandez, boom. That's a monster kick. That's a huge kick. Deep into the England 22. Mike Brown. Will he keep it in play? He does. Hernandez, will he keep it in play? No, he won't, but that's a brilliant kick. It leaves the Pumas parked in the England. Daniel Urcard, the Argentina coach, Eddie Jones, the England coach, he puffs out his cheeks. It's been, a huge game, draining on the resources of the players, sapping them of energy, raising the entertainment levels of the crowd. England win the line-out. Francis. Johnny May off his wing, tackled by Orlando. May wriggles and turns to face the right way. Argentina sense a turnover. It's safely there on the England side. Joe Launchbury. Francis. Denny Solomona. The power of Solomona. Is the new cap going to score? Remarkable Solomona for England with less than a minute and a half to go. England have seized the game at the death. Denny Solomona.
What a first touch. What a first touch from him. Incredible power step into the contact. Well played, Joe Launchbury. Watch this power step.
Right.
Fends off, and has the ability to power away and score under the post.
Go on. The try was scored 5 seconds before the 90 seconds. So you need to take it 5 seconds before the 18, but play will restart.
We will restart play, because the try was scored with 5 seconds to go on the clock. Argentina will have one last chance. Ford lands the conversion. Oh,
Okay.
this has been one of the games of the season, one of the games of many a year. Denny Solomona, the power to get through one tackle, and then the speed.
1 minute.
1 minute to go. Men in front. Mistake by Argentina.
Too far in front.
Scrum down. England ball. They can chew up the seconds.
Also, it's worth noting that Jack Maunder
Too far, okay?
has entered
I
the
can't
fray.
allow that.
He came on for the line out.
Boys, come on,
2
please.
really good passes.
Let's go.
Interesting. He's just tied up his
waste time.
shoelace just to take a little bit of more time at the clock.
Scrum, yeah.
He might be a young player, but he has an old head.
Not playing Sams.
Let's go now, everything, Matt. Everything, Matt. This is the one. Come on, I've got you. Afuera.
Are we all right? In the middle, please, okay? So if I say use it goes, right? To the left of it. To the left.
There goes the
No,
hooter.
not back, to the side of it.
All England have to do, secure possession and get rid of the ball.
Last play, the scrum must complete. Crouch. Middle. Bind. Set. Hold it there. Middle now. Don't push him.
Jack Maunder, the replacement scrum half, feeds the scrum, gets the ball away to George Ford. Nigel Owens blows his whistle, and a remarkable game of rugby in San Juan comes to an end. And England, on tour in Argentina, have beaten the hosts. Argentina 34, England 38.